Well, yesterday was pretty good for Kansas State. You get a win over Cincinnati on the road. That's a quad one win. Coleman Hawkins looks to be back. He's not fully healthy yet, but doesn't matter. Didn't look like it. He played 34 minutes, got 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in a win over Cincinnati. A 5-point win in which Kansas State went into it as 8.5-point underdogs. That's a pretty big deal. That's huge. Maybe not make the tourney huge, but, still pretty good. This all to lead into the bigger thing that happened, which was before the Cincinnati game, and that Kansas State landed its first class of 2025 commit. And that commit is Ashton Magee. Ashton Magee is a player out in Mississippi. I've got a list of notes here, so I'm just going to read off of them. He's playing at South Jones right now, but he did play at Madison Ridgeland Academy his sophomore and junior year. There's a transfer portal in the high school level now. It's interesting to say the least. He's a 6'7", 205-pound small forward. He's first freshman in Tang's class. Tang has landed one other player, a transfer from Memphis. So that gets K-State up to 2 players. He was offered from Ole Miss way back in August of 21. I'm assuming that was because he's a hometown kid from Mississippi. He's the 3rd ranked player in Mississippi, so that's something. He had notable offers from a lot of other schools. Some of those also include South Florida on February 4th, Georgia State on January 21st, and Southern Miss back in August of 2021 as well. K-State was the 4th to offer him. He had an official visit to K-State on the 1st, which was just a few days ago now. I guess it's almost been a week now at this point. If my dates are correct, that would have been for the Colorado. No, it would have been the day after the Colorado game. So, pretty much the Colorado game. ESPN ranks him as a 3-star, the 53rd ranked positional player, and again, 3rd in Mississippi. From what I gathered, that might be outdated. It looked like that rank was given to him about a year ago, so that information could be outdated. But since me making these notes and me recording this video, 247 Sports ranked him. They didn't rank him before this when he originally committed to Kansas State a few hours ago. He did not have a ranking, but now he does. He's ranked as the 250th player nationally as per 247's composite score. He's also listed as a 3-star from them. He's ranked as the 51st small forward and again 3rd in Mississippi as well. And according to the Clarion Ledger, shout out local journalism, Magee averaged 23.5 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 3.2 blocks per game this season. And the South Jones ended its season 30-3. And before the early 2000s was the last time that South Jones won more than 20 games in a season. And Magee helped them to 30 wins this season. So statistically, pretty good ball player, and seems like he made a big impact coming back to South Jones. His film is pretty fun to watch. He's an incredible dunker. He looks very athletic. Looks like he'll be a fun wing to add to the roster. If you haven't seen some of his clips, I highly encourage you to look him up. A lot of K-State Twitter has posted about it. I'll also put some up right next to me. Some of them I gathered from his Twitter, Ashton's Twitter, and some also from 785 Sports. So thank you to them for that. But yeah, pretty cool. Looks like a very, again, athletic player. Should be fun to watch. Probably a player that is not as ready as soon as he gets the call, but a player to develop, which I think Kansas State's a great place to develop players. I think K-State excels in that department, doing more with less. So I don't think that's necessarily a problem. I think the only concern is Tang has not necessarily held on to players very well in the past few seasons, allowing players to go to the, or not allowing players to go to the portal, but not necessarily like keeping them per se. So I guess that's a concern, that you develop the player and then he leaves for the transfer portal. So as long as that doesn't happen, though, I don't think it's necessarily a bad pickup. I think there's a lot of upside to his game. And yeah, I'm excited to see him come play at Kansas State. Thanks to Ema Caleb for keeping up with this list. Kansas State now is up to 13 players, assuming they all stay. That's an assumption that probably is not going to be true, but as of right now, there's 12 players looking to be on the roster next season. And just so you guys know, the scholarship spots expands from 13 to 15 players. So that's something to keep in mind. Kansas State can grab more players this year. As of right now, 5 guards, Doug, Brendan, Max Jones, both Jones, the Max Jones and CJ Jones, and then Castillo. You got your wings, Smith, Moby, Taj, Buddy Rich, and now, of course, Magee. And you had 2 bigs, Onyenson and Bay Fall. So, again, you get a little, I hope my counting's right. I went into journalism for a reason because I'm not very good with numbers, but you know, that's where we're at right now. That's what the roster is going to look like next season, assuming everything stays the same. Obviously, this won't stay the same. K-State will get more transfers. Some players from K-State will transfer out. That's where we stand right now. And in other recruiting news, Xavier Wilson, who had an official visit to Kansas State this past weekend, is planning to announce on Instagram where he will end up at noon today. So if this video is outdated by the time you get around to watching it, it means that he committed to the Cats. And of course, I'll update you all on Twitter if that happens. So go follow me there. I think Joe's planning on doing the videos too, so I'll put it up here. He's a 6'1" point guard from Columbia, Missouri, so could be exciting. We'll see. Could be a second pickup for the Cats, second class of 2025 pickup for the Cats. So make sure to stay tuned and follow me for more info on that. You should definitely go check out Joe's video for more of an in-depth analysis on his game, because I think Joe did a good job of looking more at his tape and giving a deeper analysis on that specifically. I'm just here to give you the facts today and tell you, hey, Kansas State got this. So thank you all very much for watching. Appreciate y'all. All on Friday, I'm looking maybe a little bit busy. I might go to the women's tournament in KC, and then I'm going to the Iowa State game on Saturday, so that'll be fun. So not sure how content is going to look per se, but we'll keep you updated. And yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Also, forgot to mention this is the last video. Shout out to Mira for the Piplup blanket behind me. Probably gonna take it down here shortly. It doesn't look the most professional, but you know, I gotta give a shout out to her. So thank you all very much for watching. Appreciate y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next time. Peace.